FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
This is Just Keep Stitching with me, Pam.
And me, Steph.
This is episode 21.
21.
Thanks for sticking with us. We want to thank everybody who keeps coming back to watch our crazy cross-stitch stuff. And welcome to anybody who's just discovered us. Yes. If you want a little background, we started recording back in April. And we've been having a blast doing it. We've met so many great people, and we've really enjoyed sharing this hobby together.
She's my mom.
Yeah, she's my kid.
Right.
And
just in case you didn't realize.
I've been stitching a really long time, I'm discovering.
When you say really long time, you know that you're saying that I'm really old, right?
No, I'm saying that you're almost 30, and I started stitching when I was expecting Stephanie. So, anyway, thanks for joining us. It's kind of an overcast, dreary October day.
It's cold out there.
It's cold out there, and we're going to just catch up on what's been going on with us.
Yes.
So why don't we talk about some whips first?
No. What did we do this week?
What did we do this week? Oh, we're going to talk about that first. Oh, of course we weren't going to talk about that first. You may have remembered from our last video that we had some other floss tubers come into the area. Yeah. And that is Weasley Studios, yes. Drew and Phil.
Hi, Drew. Hi, Phil.
And what a time we had. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We had already decided ahead of time, although we didn't tell them that we were going to go out to dinner with them.
Well, we knew we were going to eat, but we knew where we were going to eat.
We knew they did not. They said we eat anything, and that was cool. Right. So we had already decided where we were going to go.
Yep.
And the reason they came into the area was that Phil is looking into graduate programs, and one of the programs is in Cincinnati.
Yep.
So,
super cool.
Stephanie was busy in the afternoon.
Yep.
I was following their antics through the day when they left Indianapolis, and then when they said they were on their way to the shop, so was I. We literally got to Keepsakes, I think within 2 or 3 minutes of each other, with plans to meet Stephanie later at the restaurant. And so when I walked into Keepsakes and I saw them standing there by the counter, I was so excited. And so hugs all around, and we were just so happy to see each other and meet each other in person. Felt comfortable, and
it's fun to
and love immediately.
It's fun to meet people in real life. Like, it's fun to talk to them over the internet and stuff like that, but for anyone that has been part of this community for even like the 5-6 months that I have been, I've made some really good friendships. Like, I consider my friendship with like Michelle and Stitchy to be really high quality friendship.
Right.
I mean, and we've never met. And like, me and Drew have communicated a lot, and I consider him to be a really good friend. And like, people that I've never met, like people I don't see ever really. So it's really cool to be like, oh my God, you're real. Oh my God, you're like a real person.
Right.
Drew's very tall.
Drew is very tall. He's a very tall person.
Very tall man. I'm like, you're so much taller in real life.
Yeah. So anyway, Barbara said, why don't you take them upstairs? So I did. I took them upstairs where all the goodies are. Mm-hmm. And
always where all the goodies are.
And because Keepsakes is, and I hope I'm saying this right, Barbara will correct me, but I believe it is a Sears Roebuck house. Oh. Remember when houses, people her age don't remember, but years ago, Sears actually sold you the plans, I think, to build a house. I think this was post-World War II, I think. And so the house that Keepsakes is in resembles a house from the inside, from the outside, and in some respects in the inside as well. So anyway, you go up the stairs like you're in a house, and I showed them some of the specialty collections of charts and left them to their devices. And then I came back downstairs and chatted with a few of my friends. And then Drew and Phil came back downstairs. I think Drew did make a few purchases. And then we sat and talked and visited until it was time to go meet Steph. And we ended up having dinner at Montgomery Inn in Montgomery, Ohio, which has been in Montgomery for over 50 years. It is a landmark in Montgomery, Ohio, famous for...
In Cincinnati, really.
Ribs. Yeah, famous in Greater Cincinnati. They have several other locations, one down on the river, and I think one in northern Kentucky, but the original home of Montgomery Inn is
in Montgomery.
In Montgomery. Mm-hmm. We met them over there, and Steph was ready for more hugs, and then we proceeded to have a wonderful evening. We had a great waitress, right, guys? And in fact, she was trying to get our orders, and we were just too busy talking. I mean, we were just all over the place.
I went like this. I was like, I'm not talking to anyone else until I say what I want.
Yeah, we had to pick up.
And we've been there like 9 million times.
Yeah.
And I still
so our food was delicious. Our waitress was great. The conversation was wonderful. And we just had such a great time. And
we did. Thank you for coming.
And if I keep talking about it, I'm going to tear up. So here we go. I'm real sentimental lately, you know.
Lately, really. Well, lately isn't like the last 55 years.
As Stephanie said, we've had a lot of socialness this week. I mean, between meeting the guys on Monday and then going to the wedding yesterday for our friend Heather, I'm just welling up even thinking about it. So anyway, we're gonna move on.
We like friends,
but so we had a great time meeting Drew and Phil, and we love you guys, and
can't wait to see you again.
We can't wait to hear what the future holds for both of you.
Right.
So now we're gonna talk about.
And then I got my hair cut on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, the hair.
Had my hair cut on Tuesday.
Right.
It's a little dark, but it's okay. It will lighten up. This is my winter hair. I don't plan on going any darker. Don't get scared.
Yeah, I didn't want it to go gothy on.
Right, yeah. So, my hair is really, like, naturally dark brown. So, it's still brown. I promise. And then, Friday we went over to she's just tearing up about my hair.
No, I'm not tearing up about my hair, no.
And then Friday we went over to the shop to stitch on Friday afternoon, which was fun. And this is where I'm going to plug the Keepsakes Facebook page. So we were going to do it at the end, but I decided no. Because I know that between us, Just Keep Stitching, and Nicole at Buckeye Stitcher, hi Nicole, that you all have heard a lot about Keepsakes and have heard a lot about how awesome they are, how awesome their services are, and about Stitch Away in January. And I think that within the time that I was at the shop alone on Friday, like just in that time alone, there was at least 2 or 3 phone calls from people who are like from out of state, like Texas, who are coming to Stitch Away. And that is really, really cool. And that's great for our local business. That's great for this community. It's just great. So, for anyone who is interested, there are still spots open for Stitch Away. Oh, yeah. There's like, I don't want to say unlimited, but like we have the whole entire lodge, which is like a lot of rooms. Right. So don't get scared off like, oh, a lot of people are going, I don't know. You know, just call and ask. Right. And there's like a payment plan you can set up if you would like to. There's also, if you go to the Keepsakes Facebook page, which I am the administrator of, if you send the Facebook page a message, it's me who's answering you, by the way. Don't get excited that you're not talking to that you're talking to Barbara, because you're not. But like, if there's a question that you ask, then I will, and that I don't know the answer to, I will of course relay the question to Barbara. I'm not gonna pull it out of my butt and say, here's a guess. But the lines of communication are open. So, that's my part-time job at the moment, is being the internet gatekeeper, as Barbara likes to call me. But I love it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, about Keepsakes, about Stitch Away, about anything that they do provide, whatever, contact us via Facebook or, just call the shop. there is, under the events tab on the Facebook page, there are, I'm slowly but surely adding all of the, Stitchy events. I get gassy when I talk about Stitchy events. That they are hosting. So, like, they're doing a Christmas ornament finishing class at the second week of November. Our stitching is our monthly stitching's next week, and then, of course, Stitch Away in January. And if you go to the Stitch Away event page, like, go to Facebook, Keepsakes page, and then click on events, and then click on Stitch Away, where it says get tickets. That is the link, and it will automatically download the PDF form that you can fill out and email or mail or whatever to Keepsakes. So it's super easily accessible and very user friendly. So that's my plug for Keepsakes.
Right. And one feature about having it at Houston Wood State Park, in terms of I know McKenna and Michelle and both Michelles, Michelle Garrett and Michelle Rudy are talking about these retreats. I know the one in Minnesota is just wrapping up today. One of the nice things about Stitch Away is it's all self-contained. Once you've unloaded your car and you're even in the stitching room, I think the stitching room will open like around noon.
Yeah.
Waiting for your sleeping rooms to be available. It's all self-contained. You never go outside. So don't let January intimidate you.
Right.
Because once you're inside the lodge, everything, including restaurants, bars, what we call the annex, which is basically Barbara's store, her mini store, the stitching room. I mean, you can schlep around in your jammies.
I plan on not wearing a bra the entire weekend.
So, I mean, what I'm saying is that there's not any
going out and coming back and going out and coming
shuttle
back
to anywhere,
right.
Because what Barbara might not bring up to the annex from Keepsakes, there are enough minions that can run down to Sharonville and bring up stuff. She will have fabric there. She will have trunk shows there. She will have, just such a wide variety. She cuts fabrics during the retreat. And literally, it's just one of those things. There's no curfew in the stitching room. If you want to stay up, I know Yvonne was up till 2:30 last night, I heard, in Minnesota. Because as we know, she's known as the Night Owl Stitcher. Same with Stitch Away. I mean, it's just keep the pot of coffee going and do whatever. Right. No one to answer to. Hey, you've just gotten through the holidays.
Right.
You need to chill and stitch. Exactly. So anyway.
Plus, you're probably going to get lots of stitchy gifts that you need to stitch.
Exactly.
So this is your perfect opportunity to do so.
Yeah, there's we always have a brag table. We always have a show and tell. We always have. There's a newcomer's tea, which is really, really nice.
I'm going to that.
If you never have been to Stitch Away before, Barbara will give you her origin story, which is really very interesting. And so it's getting down to it, folks.
Make the choice now.
It's going to be November pretty soon, and oh my goodness, then we're talking 2.5 months. Whoopee! It's just so exciting. So so there we go.
Okay. So now we'll talk about stitchy stuff. Not that we haven't been talking about stitchy stuff, but our stitchy stuff.
So let's talk about our whips.
So, I actually had 2 finishes this week. One that I can show you, one that I cannot. So this is not all that I've been working on, but, we have 2 or 3 different 11, this is 11 by 11, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. We have, I think, 2 or 3 11 by 11 Q snaps in our possession as a team. And, when one of my finishes, I freed up an 11 by 11 and I went into my...
Keep those 11 by 11s filled up, folks.
Yes, keep them filled up. Those are big ones. So I went to my bag of whips and I pulled out 2 projects and I said to my mom, I said, which one of these should I work on? And one was Halloween-y and it's not going to be done by Tuesday. So I chose this. So this is the Frosted Pumpkin Sugar is Sweet sampler. I don't have the pattern over here or the picture of it because you can tell what it is from here. So this is done on 14 counts Charles Craft Stardust Ada. There's a little bit of shimmer to it. You can see that there. And basically how it works is like everything is mirrored. So like see the stack of macaroons. There's another stack of them over here. And like they just go over. So everything that's over on this side will be over on this side. So it's almost done in all actuality. So I'm thinking that like between stitching today and tomorrow's kind of busy, but I'm hoping by midweek that this will be done. And then I have a new start planned, but maybe you'll see that next week. So this is Frosted Pumpkin, and this is like a lot of color changes, because I'm not one of those, I don't trust my counting enough to be like, okay, so I'm going to do this hot pink color and do it wherever it is. So plus it's cute to see them all come together. Like, look how cute that cake is. I love it. So, and like this little chocolate covered strawberry is adorable. And like this, Della, look at the donut. Very cute. So, I remember I picked this out because it's a Frosted Pumpkin that does not have faces on it. And I like that about it. Because some of the kawaii themed cross stitch, which if you don't know, kawaii cross stitch is the stuff with like the big heads and like little bodies and like the big eyeballs and faces and stuff on them. And some of that stuff doesn't appeal to me, but this does. So this is my Sugar Sweet Sampler by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. What about you, Pam?
What have I been working on? Well, I've been working on my mother's tree, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been kind of want to roll with it. So I've done 3 generations, starting in the 1700s, completely from end to end. Okay, so I've got Polly and Margaret and Harriet in there. Okay,
there we go.
And I had to refresh my research and correct the birth date of Margaret. So she was born in 1812.
This one.
And started on Bertha, and she went by Bertie, Bertie, but her formal name was Bertha. I have no documentation that tells me what the capital A middle initial was. Good chance it might have been Atwood. There's a chance it could have been Augusta, since one of her daughters, not in my direct line, was named Augusta. But on her headstone in Portland, Maine, it is Bertha A. McCain. So I am being as complete as I know for purposes of the mother's tree. Mm-hmm.
So right after here, it's going to say McCain?
Yes.
Like it does over here?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be a shorter line. Like shorter.
Well, it'll be Bertha A. McCain Smith.
Oh, okay.
Because she married Wiley Smith.
Oh, got it. That's right. Okay.
And then the mother of at the end of the line.
Right. Okay.
And she is my great-grandmother on my maternal line. I never knew her. The story is that
your great-grandmother?
Bertha is.
Oh, yeah, because Harriet is my great-grandmother.
Right.
Right.
So the story is that my grandmother, who will come after Bertha, her name is Harriet, again. And of course I knew my grandmother very well. But when she was getting ready or starting talking about getting married to my grandfather in 1930, Bertie passed away. Harriet's mother, my great-grandmother, passed away. And so the story was always that they kind of allowed for a bit of a quote-unquote mourning period after Bertie died before my grandparents got married. So anyway, I never met her. I have good memories of my other great-grandmother on my maternal side, my great-grandmother who came from Canada. As some of these people also did come into Maine from Canada. But I did not know Bertie. I guess, too, that my mother did tell me that after Bertie died, my great-grandfather, Wiley Smith, did have a a lady companion friend afterwards that my mother remembered as well. I don't know whether they ever got married. I can't remember right in this moment, but my mother remembered that woman as well. Bertie's husband, Wiley Smith, was a Baptist preacher, and my thinking is that he was probably one of those old-time fire and brimstone preachers, because he had to give it up. He simply yelled and screamed so much at the front of the church that he lost his voice. He ended up being a trolley car conductor in Portland.
All these things I never knew.
In the later years of his life.
Very cool.
I really don't know too much about Bertie, other than she was probably a homemaker, as many women were in those days. So, that's Mother's Tree.
And then the next pack of whips, as y'all know, we are done with our ornaments. But we are doing the FlossTube Ornament Exchange, brought to you by Drew of Weasley Studios, the aforementioned Drew. So I am doing, out of the 2014 Just Cross Stitch Ornament issue, I showed this to you last week, but I got way more progress. So this is the one I'm doing. One moment. Kringle's Coal. It's by Plum Street Samplers. More primitive, because I know that that's kind of the aesthetic that my person likes. And I am almost done with this. Look at that. And this is 1/2 on 36 count linen. Look at that. I'm just saying that 1/2 looks good though, don't it? I know that's right. Look at that. So cute. So,
so cute.
I was a little bit, like, about 1/2, because I typically do 2/2. And who was it that was talking about 36 count that you were, like, you were talking about? Was it?
Oh, well, I made a couple of fabric count changes on some projects that are still in the planning stages.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
Michelle,
that's what it was, yeah.
and
they were she was talking about how it's like 2/1 or 2/2 looks chunky sometimes, and 1/2 looks too primitive sometimes.
right. So it depends on what your preference is for
Right.
the look
Yeah.
of it. But I felt like it was meant to be that I watched Michelle's video, and it caused me to change my strategy,
Right.
because I am kind of a coverage nut.
Yeah. And she passed her nuttiness
But I think this
out
is
to me.
I think this is adorable. I really do, and I'm so proud of Stephanie for doing 1/2 on 36. Do you believe it? Holy cow! Remember Ada? You know, so
I just showed him Ada.
right, exactly.
I'm a
So
versatile
she's.
teacher, people.
I was just gonna say versatile, and so anyway,
So that's my ornament. And I talked
Yeah.
to my our soft finisher, Jan, and I told her what my idea was for a finish, and like I kind of want it to be made into like a pouch, so I can put candy and stuff inside, because I think that's how it was finished in the picture. So, and she's like, yeah, that's totally fine, whatever. So, she's gonna do that for us. I'm hoping to have that done by like Friday of this week, so I can give it to her, and because it needs to be shipped off by the 1st of December.
right. I'm doing my as part of the FlossTubers Ornament Exchange. I'm doing an ink circles out of the 2017
Brand new
Orny issue. It's called
Nordic or Modern Nordic.
Modern Nordic. Okay, and it's slow going. I have to say, ink circles kind of slow going for this old gal. So I'm doing it on a piece of Christmas red Lugana. Can't remember the count.
Cake. Oh, this is 28.
28 count, and I'm using an old set of overdyes called Six Strand Sweets. I don't believe they are in business anymore. but the name of the color is fruitcake. So, in between my mother's tree, I made a little bit more progress on my ornament as well.
Here.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have a finish. So, my apologies about the one finish that I have that I can't show you because the person that's receiving it, it's a gift. So it's my first gift piece. She watches my videos and sometimes, but like I don't like the one video that if I show it, and she'll watch it and ruin it. So, if you go on Stitchmania and search my name, you can see the picture of it because I posted on there. She's not part of that group. But it's really cute, and it's my first Stony Creek finish. So go look at it. It's pretty. But this one I can't show. So Mom finished her. This is for the LHN, CCN, Little House Needleworks, Country Cottage Needleworks autumnal sale, hosted by the great, wonderful, fabulous Vanna Pfeiffer. I hope so I put it the right way.
Which ends on Tuesday.
I mean, it doesn't... You know, like I said before,
no, there's no.
You're not going to get murdered,
right?
Or we ain't going to burn your stitchy stuff,
right?
If you don't finish it by then.
Right.
But in order to be entered into the giveaway, it needs to be finished by Tuesday. So I finished mine, and this is Here Kitty Kitty by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it is done on 28 count Sand Castle Lugana. I did make a color change. First of all, the cats themselves, I've changed some of those colors because of the fabric. And then also the green and the leaves are on the pumpkins and the words and stuff. That was originally supposed to be in Avocado by Crescent Colors. No. Yeah, Classic Colorworks, whatever. And it was like super like lime and greeny, and I didn't think that looked right. So I went with Collards by Week Star Works instead. And I think that looks good. So I like it. Other than that, all charted is set. So Here Kitty Kitty. I finished in time. Look at that. I finished the sale in the time allotted. In the time allotted.
2 points.
Boom.
Before we move on to stuff we got, I wanted to just mention that this really almost doesn't even count as a whip, but myself and a couple of gals at our local stitch group at Keepsakes, Katie and Judy, are going to do the Thea Gouverneur Kit America.
We're insane.
Because we're insane.
Basically.
Yeah, certifiably. I bought on the internet, the World Wide Web, I got the Black Ada version because I am really, really insane.
Right.
Okay? And I had it in a Q-snap. Ergonomically, it just wasn't working for me to have it in a Q-snap. And so I was over at the shop a week ago Friday, and my friend Judy, our friend Judy, was using the scroll bars from Kay's Creations. She told me where to get them. I got them. I took them over to the shop on Friday, and Judy very kindly, let me take this off a second. Hold, please.
No, keep the cool needle miner on there.
No.
Oh, that one. Yeah, you
yeah.
took that one off.
So, Gerald, don't get excited.
Right.
Because Gerald's done another is working on another Thea Gouverneur of the London Skyline, I think. Anyway, so what we're going to do is it's on these. These are 22 and 12 Kay's Creations, and I'm gonna ergonomically not have such a reach around.
This is gonna hold it up like this, upways.
So it's 18 count Ada, and it's one strand.
Oh, it is one strand?
Yeah, lock me up now, people.
Right.
Like I said, it doesn't even count as a whip.
It does.
But I've got it mounted.
Do you know how much effort it took to find that color in the thousands of colors? It took,
it's a bear to even find the center of this design.
Yeah, that was rough.
And I'm just going to devote a day and really make some headway soon.
Because
soon.
Katie Gus, we see you.
Yeah, it's because Katie.
We see you out there.
Katie's jumped ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie's,
Mad.
She's my pal.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
So
I just didn't want to skip over that.
Okay.
Project.
So, we got some racks this week. We got technically two racks that were both for both of us, which I like. So, the first one, Dear Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, you're a smarty pants, and I love it. So we got a card from Nicole. Scary, spooky, swoopy, flappy.
Swoopy.
Flappy is my favorite one. Flappy. I see you, Nicole. And then it says, hope your Halloween is happy. Here's another Halloween card to add to the mantle. You're a smarty pants, and I love you for it.
This is the most Halloween cards we've ever gotten at our house.
Ever. Even when I was 12. But it's really cute.
Though,
isn't
cute.
it?
Yeah.
She's a sweetie. Nicole.
Yeah.
And then, little Miss Annette Navarro, Anya, California. She messaged me on Instagram maybe like a week ago, and she said, hey, I have something for you and your mom. And I'm like, you're gonna hurt yourself because you're so sweet. Your teeth are gonna rot out your head because you're so sweet. And I said, okay, I'll keep my eye out for it, okay. And it came in the mail. Luckily, it's kind of funny because I have it down to a science, when the mailman's gonna come. So sometimes I walk out to the end of the driveway and I'm like, 3-1, that's us, thank you. And so he didn't have to bring it down, and I'm really glad that he would have. What?
I didn't realize.
What? Oh, yeah. Duh.
Okay. Never mind, we'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, it's because I think that, he is kind of sick and tired of us getting packages, things that we've ordered.
But it's his job.
This is also true. So I feel like he would have tried to smash it into our mailbox, and I would have been really salty about that. But he didn't, because I was there. So first of all, we each got these really beautiful homemade cards.
Which I just realized, because she's got an ink stamp on the back.
Designed
by Annette.
And she was just this was like a thank you gift for all the stuff we got her.
In the giveaway. When we were at 1,000 subscribers.
Right, remember that? So, she's so sweet though. And look at this ice cream. I love that. And it's super 3D card, can you tell?
Did you know that Stephanie loves ice cream?
I have no problem. I have an ice cream addiction. And yeah, so this ribbon is really pretty. I don't know, it's really cute. And then she wrote us nice notes and stuff.
Mine's pretty too.
Mine's pretty too. But wait till you see what's inside.
Oh my God.
She sent us both project bags that she made herself. This is mine. Hello. It's so pretty.
You're awake now, right?
It's so pretty. And I am usually not a floral person, but I thoroughly enjoy this floral print. Just saying.
Isn't that gorgeous? Open it up, show the
Hold
inside.
on. So, and then the green zipper, as you can tell. It's the pink fabric.
They're gorgeous.
So, and then it's the floral fabric in here, and then the pink fabric back here.
And it's the stiff kind.
Yeah, it's and I love it. Cause it's
like
stiff.
the one that Yvonne made.
Yeah.
Good.
Good call on it. Love this. Thank you, my dear.
Here's the one I got. Guess what? Patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
There's the front. Two contrasting fabs.
So cute.
Inside.
Wait for it.
Another.
Boom.
Boom. Flags. Love it.
Love it.
Perfect size. I love the stiffness. Above and beyond, Annette. Mm-hmm. Above and beyond.
Girl, you didn't
Annette is one of the people, and there are many, but Annette is one of the people that we may never meet in person.
Right.
We may never meet.
Hopefully we will. But
one of the wonderful stitching friends we have.
Yes.
in the world.
In the world.
So thank you so much, Annette. I was not expecting this at all.
Not at all.
And we're going to move on because I'm starting to tear up again.
Again, because she's got emotional issues today. I don't know. But
I don't know why.
Whatever.
It's a dreary day. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So next is haul. So I had a good dash unload week, y'all. I'm just saying, we need when what is the phrase, like when it's strike when the lightning's hot or something like that. Strike when the iron's hot.
Iron,
not lightning. Iron. I don't know where lightning came in. Whatever. So first I got a really cute piece of fabric. It's like lime greeny and kind of bluey and yellowy. And it's hand dyed and it's 28 count even weave. It's really pretty. So I don't know what I'm gonna put on.
Stash unload.
Stash unload.
Okie dokie.
And then okay. So next, from Stash Unload, I'm collecting the Fulmer Craft National Park Needlework Collector Series things. Not all of them, because some of them like I've never been to and have no desire to stitch them. However, this one I do. Mount Rushmore. Check it out. Look at that.
And open it up. It's really not that difficult
at the
to
end
chart.
of the day,
because
really not that bad.
It's not that bad.
There's a lot of blended colors.
When you look at it, believe it or not, they want you to stitch that sky blue. That ain't happening.
That's like, I'm going to stitch
Back when this came out, which, is there a year?
Yeah, there is.
Probably 75 or something.
88.
88, not bad.
But I'm going to stitch it on Summer Sky Jovelin.
Oh, no kidding.
Hi, call me.
No
kidding.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll stitch everything else, but like, I'm not going to stitch, because this is full coverage. Yeah, not happening. I mean, it's happening, but not with this guy. So, and then when we went to our Tiara retreat back in September, right? Why do I keep forgetting when that was? September. Our friend Andrea, not Andrea in Colorado, but our local stitchy friend Andrea. We had like a pseudo show and tell table, and I saw her finish with this, and I was like, where'd you get that? And I kind of knew right away that it was a Lizzie Kate, but she was like, I don't know, and I don't know where I got it, whatever. I found it on Stash Unload. Look at this. Sorry for the glare, but okay, I gotta take it out because that glare's killing me. But this is called Scaredy Cats, and wait till I show you what I'm gonna do with it. You're gonna lose your minds. Okay. Well, see, it's the picture itself that's glary, so why did I take it out of the plastic? So anyway, I love their tails. Like, that's so cute. And then, I don't really like these buttons. They're kind of weird looking to me. And then, okay, so their eyeballs are actually a sequence, like, according to the back, it says to attach white buttons for the cat's eyes and then add one black seed bead on top of each white button. I'm stealing what Andrea did. And what she did was, like, you know those, like, white and black googly eyeballs you can buy?
For dolls.
For dolls that you, like, stick on there.
Or
and then
stuffed things.
Right, and then you stick them there, and then, like, the little pupil, like, if you, it, like, jiggles around. Yeah, she just hot glued those on there, and that's what I'm gonna do. And it was so... It just happened. So, we're just gonna roll with that. Sorry, that'll be really funny and entertaining. But don't worry, we're all still alive over here.
We're also at a new recording.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I'll just put them together. It'll be
funny.
Oh
boy.
Yeah, it's still saved. It'll just be funny. So anyway, Scaredy Cats wasn't that scary. So there it goes. So yeah, so I'm gonna do those oogly googly buttons. That's what happened once I did that. So it'll be cute. So yeah, that was Stash Unload, and then I hit the CCN Country Cottage Needlework Christmas Ornament Jackpot. So, sorry Drew, I know that you was looking for this one too, and then I got it. But this one is Christmas cookies. Obviously, I'm going to pass the stash to you when I'm done with this one. And then this one is By the Chimney. And I said to my mom, I said, look, there's 3 stockings, and the green one is for Mom, and the red ones are for me and Nate. Because I'm sentimental, too. And then there's this one's called Christmas Cheer. Cute. Love it.
And she picked up Christmas Birdhouse as part of the purchase, which is one that I've been wanting for a long time because if I see a white bird with a gray wing, it's a seagull. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And the last two things I got from Stash Unload are 2 issues of Cross Stitcher magazine. The first one is the July 2014 one. And the reason I got them is the first thing I like. So remember how we just talked about how much I like ice cream? Look at that. I'm not going to do a pillow like that, but this is a Doreen Jones, I think. Hold, please. No, Jane Prutton, whoever that is. But it's really cute, and I really like the colors. And then the second reason, which is the main reason why I got this. This is called Wash and Go by Emma Congdon of Stitchrovia. And in my personal opinion, my personal stitchy opinion, there are not a lot of cute laundry things out there. And I really like this. Well, they're, you know, they're like, I don't know, country-ish, and I don't like all that, so. And then the second issue is the June 2014 issue. Looks like this. First and foremost, there was a person, I don't know what your name is, I'm so sorry, who mentioned on one of our later videos, like, not last week, but maybe the week before that, about the little caravan pattern that I showed with the buffalo on it.
Right.
And you asked where I'd gotten that and stuff. Look at this caravan pattern. Do you like that? If you do like it, it says off we go. It's very, very cute. If you like it, I would be so happy to tear the pages out and mail them to you for free. So, get at us if you'd like that. I'm so sorry I don't remember what your name is, but, yeah, this is what it looks like. So, it's really, really pretty. But
there
anyway.
might be other people out there who like camper patterns.
Exactly. So
you're right. There aren't that many.
And then the reason why I got the magazine, the first one is called Strawberry Summer, and it is by Lucy Heaton. And I think my mom is
Lucy Heaton.
I think my mom's gonna stitch this, but I really like it. So
yeah.
It's Strawberry Summer. Look how cute that is.
Strawberries, Drew. Strawberries.
And then the main reason why I purchased this.
You keep saying the main reason.
This is the main reason why.
Stay tuned.
Why do I keep wanting to think everything is Doreen Jones? Because this is Doreen Jones.
This is the Doreen Jones.
This is called Raining Cats and Dogs. Look at that.
Love the color.
How hysterically funny is this? Love it.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cats and 4 dogs. So it's nice.
Yep.
And the colors are cool.
Yep.
So that was, see, strike when the iron is hot, people. There it is.
Iron.
Did I say lightning again?
No.
Did I say iron?
I was just making sure you remembered it's iron.
Thank you. Okay, what'd you get, Pam?
What did I get in terms of haul?
Yes.
Going back to that FlossTube episode from Cozy Egg, Michelle showed something called a stitch starter. This is acrylic plastic. Okay, and
hold this up
it gives. Yeah, it gives a measurement.
Thanks, Nicole.
For 1 inch in, 2 inches in, or 3 inches in. I think most of us know that if you're starting in the upper left-hand corner and you want to allow, obviously, 3 inches around, you want to move in 3 down, 3 across, right? And quick and easy, posty, right?
Let me see.
But this is so clever and cute. And she said she got it from Blue Ribbon Designs. Well, I know Blue Ribbon Designs. Who doesn't know Blue Ribbon Designs?
I want to see if it fits on this.
Okay.
Just so people know that we ain't lying.
Yeah. It's the size of a postie. But it's got the cute markings on it.
Yeah,
and,
no, for sure.
You know,
and for those, if you want
right.
the difference between 1, 2, and 3 inches, you can get that on this.
Right,
So that's
right.
really nice.
So I went on the Blue Ribbon Designs Etsy shop. And wouldn't you know, they're selling these things in these cute little pouches to keep them safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't you know, one of the ones was, hello, nautical fabric.
Hello. White bird with a gray wing.
It was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my stitch starter, or stitcher square, whatever you want to call it. And it just slides wonderfully into the little pouch. And I can keep it on my side table where I'm doing my projects.
Right.
Another great tool, you know.
Ma'am.
This is where it all started with Snag Nabbits and Stitch Fix, you know.
Seam fix.
Seam Fix, Seam Fix. And now, Starter Square, Blue Ribbon Designs,
right.
Etsy. I'm sure you can give her an idea of what kind of fabric you want. This one happened to be available, and I snapped it up. So, got that. In addition to mailing that to me, she sent me a complimentary chart from Blue Ribbon Designs. This is from a series they did called Stitch Your Heart Out, and this is called Established with Love.
Cool.
Which I think is just sweet as heck.
Very sweet.
And
looks like a quick stitch.
It is. It says it's design number 3 in the 12 Stitch Your Heart Out designs that were released in 2010. So if you happen to want to look into what that collection included, there's a starter one for you.
Cool.
So, yeah. And then another thing that we got for haul was we'd been hearing about another fabric dyer who is on Facebook, and it's Fabrics by LJ. And we're always wanting to try different fabric dyers just to see if something kind of hits us or whatever. And
it's fun to try new people and see how their customer service is, what kind of colors they have, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think it was on Facebook. We looked at a few samples, and we saw one called Swimming Pool. Fabrics by LJ. Swimming Pool.
And he was having a sale, wasn't he?
And he was having a sale. It was a markdown. I don't remember the percentage.
It was like 35 or something.
But, doesn't matter. So it's all serged, and I'm just going to, for just thickness sake, look at this gorgeousness.
Love it.
That's one half. There's another half.
Pretty.
Random darker blotches.
I love it.
Let's just open it up. So this is the piece. Goodness,
So
goodness.
pretty.
All you people who do mermaids, we don't. But if you do mermaids, I think this would be outstanding.
Perfection.
Or something else. I'm thinking it could be also a summer nautical possibility, because that's all I think about.
Right.
So Fabrics by LJ, we got a nice piece. We got a piece that is 17 by 26.
Yep.
Pretty all-purpose.
Right.
And so that was exciting.
Mm-hmm. But you know what was even more exciting than that?
What was even more exciting than that?
Getting our PTP Christmas in July sale.
We got our Christmas in July Picture This Plus fabric.
Oh my god. So if you followed me on the IG, Instagram, you know that you saw the pictures that I posted of the fabric because I just couldn't stand it. However, I said tune into next week's video and you'll see what we are going to do for projects. So this is where you guys get to find out what our plans are for those. So this is our way to do haul and segue into plans and move on.
Right.
So, you can go first.
Okay. So, fortunately, we made a list of what project we're buying this PTP fabric for.
Right.
So that we knew there was going to be a long time. And seriously, this did not bother us.
No.
If you go into this knowing that, they're going to die on demand and it's going to come,
whenever.
How cool is that really? Because it's not like you forgot about it, but it's kind of like, oh, that's right. The PTP stuff is here. I mean, it's just really, really fun.
Yeah, it is.
So we made our list. Okay, so I'm going to go through each piece, and I'm going to, should I show the piece first and then the fabric?
Yeah. No, the fabric first.
The fabric and then the piece.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is earthen, and this is one of their more popular colors, I realize. But I got 32 count Belfast in earthen. Yeah. Yep. Okay. You know earthen. It's one of the more popular.
Correct.
And I am going to stitch arsenic and old lace, and I know many of you have seen this from the Little Stitcher on Etsy. So that's going to go on earthen.
Love it. Okay. Is that the called for fabric, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is also another popular color of theirs called Ale. And I got a pretty large piece of this. Okay, so, all right. Remember the tone of that when I take it off the camera. Okay? My thought was that I would do...
Because this is the called for fabric for this.
This is the called for fabric. But, you know, dyes are dyes, okay? And that I got...
36 count Edinburgh.
36 count Edinburgh.
Because for those of you that do not know, Edinburgh linen is 36 count. That's Belfast. 32 count is Belfast, and 28 count is Cashel.
Right. So I guess I never finished my story about watch. Well, I did. I finished my story about watching Michelle on Cozy Egg.
Yeah.
But that was after, of course, I ordered this 36 count
Edinburgh
ale for Tonight is Halloween. Okay? I love, love, love this chart.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to, and this is not, it actually, the pattern called for 40 count ale, which is a no-no in Pam's world.
Right.
Ain't happening.
Nope. Try again.
So,
take a number.
So I guess what I'm going to do, and I may not stay with this because it would mean using one thread.
He's anti-one thread.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I don't know.
See, like, this is why I hate pictures.
Well, you also know that with patterns, you know, the photo or however it's rendered is never color accurate, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. But when you're seeing it in a shop or online and you say, I love that chart, I love that design, what you're attracted to is the... Okay, I'm not going to speak for everybody.
Right.
For me, my attraction to this chart
is everything.
Is everything. Not just the design. I'm kind of a purist, I guess. I'm attracted to this in the whole. In other words, in the color combination that I'm seeing with my naked eye.
Right.
So when I saw this, I was like, huh? Okay. So, I don't know whether I will stick with this piece of ale for this project. I love this color.
We're not getting rid of the ale.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be happy with the 36.
Right.
I'm going to try it and see. I may be thrilled. Who knows? Okay. So those were the two pieces that I got for projects of mine out of the PTP order.
Correct. So, I'll go from least exciting to most exciting, in my opinion. So, the first piece of fabric I got is a 28 count piece of Lugana in Phoenix. Holy hell.
Yeah, I love Fiesta.
This is Phoenix.
I mean Phoenix.
So, I'm glad you like Fiesta, but this is Phoenix. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I see like a little bit of faded oranges in this, and my eye just can't not see that. And Mom says there's no orange in this, but I can kind of see it in the lighter piece parts of the red. I don't know why, but I do. So anyway, I got that for this primitive hair called Love Never Fails. So obviously I'm not going to do it in that red, like red fiber. Right. I'm going to do it in, I found a really cool, like, in our stash of fibers that was, like, yellow, orange, and light red. So, I'll play around with them and see what I come up with, and I'm going to change this to 2017. So, but that's what this is for. So, that's first. And this is actually one of my Mania starts. So,
for next year.
So the second piece of fabric is another 28 count piece of Lugana in Gossamer. And it's kind of a light green, little blue, little yellow, very pretty.
A lot greener than it's showing up.
Yeah. So you can kind of see that. And that is what I am doing. And I'm sorry I don't have the full picture, but this is what I am doing. The Frosted Pumpkin National Park first one. Not the second one they just came out with, but this is the first one. You can see I've already started kitting it up. And this is the beauty of creating the list that we did. I was like, oh, I'm doing that for Mania. I got my fabric. So this is ready to go. So that'll, and I saw someone on some social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, that was doing this, but on like a dark kind of like olive green. And I was like, I don't like that. But I like the idea of green. Clearly this called for fabric is not green. But I think it's light enough that those trees will show up, and it'll look really pretty. So I'm super, super excited about that. Then next, these are not Mania starts. This is the pattern. Wait. Whatever. The pattern is the Stony Creek, what do they call it? Pattern of the month, scary, whatever.
Scary Night Halloween.
Thank you.
There's the whole one on the back.
Yes, so that's the whole one. You've seen these as I've gotten them. I'm going to do them all together on one piece. The called for fabric with this is Picture This Plus Meyer. So that is what I got. Again, look at this picture.
Let's say that's more gray than green.
I like it. I'm going to stitch it on there.
Yeah,
and I got this in a 28 count casual. So, love that. And now that I've completed one Stony Creek, yeah, I'm going to do it again. So, lastly, excuse me. This is the Clouds Factory Fabulous Women in History series. So this is what all the clues that they've come out with, I believe, so far. Sorry, our printer's running out of ink. It's really not this purple. But that's what this is for. And I chose the fabric Monet in a 28 count Lugana. So, this is really cool looking, right? Really cool looking. You know what's not cool looking? Wait for it. I'm a little bit frustrated about this. If I was doing something that was like something coming out of the sky or something coming out of something from the bottom, then maybe it'd be different. But this pattern goes this way. So I'm going to contact Marilyn at Picture This Plus, and hopefully I have a better experience than Drew did. And this is obviously not a color issue. Like, I want it all to look like this. I think that would look really freaking dope. I think that would look super cool. I'm just saying. But I don't like how it's not fully over the whole piece. I think that looks stupid, and I'm really mad about it. I'm not, like, really mad, like, punching shit mad about it. But, I just think that's kind of lame. Like, don't they check that before they, like, cut it? Someone had to look at this whole piece when they serged it. So don't even try. Don't even
maybe they thought you wanted a design that kind of comes out of the...
Don't assume things. You know what happens when that happens. This is going to be me coming through Marilyn's asshole. If
she didn't say that.
If she doesn't fix my fabric. I'm just saying. She will. She will. Right, Drew? She will. So that was what we got from Picture This Plus. So, overall, happy.
Overall happy.
Yes.
Overall happy.
So, you know.
Maybe a little rethinking here and there.
Right.
Maybe a little switching out here and there. Whatever.
But that's what you kind of, like, that's what you sign up for, I think, when you, what am I trying to say?
Take part in a sale? Sale?
Well, not in a sale necessarily, but when you buy things online.
Oh, right.
You know, it's like, you have to assume that the picture is...
And here's another thought that, you know, she might not be too willing to negotiate since it was a sale. As opposed to
she hasn't had a conversation with Stephanie Schaffner yet.
Okay.
Just saying.
She's had a conversation with Drew, as we know.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
How'd that go well?
Okay. So that's our haul.
That is our haul.
Plans include...
Okay, so... on Tuesday, as you all know, it is Halloween. We don't get trick-or-treaters here. It's not because they know we're mean, but it's because, and like that we'll eat all their candy. It's just that where our house is, we live on a one street or neighborhood. It's like there's no kids in the neighborhood.
It's a cul-de-sac. It's off of a 4-laner.
Right. So,
I wouldn't send my kids down here.
Right. And our house is set back away from the street anyway, so we kind of just I put my pets in costumes and that's it.
I remember the first year we bought the house. That fall,
yeah.
I got all excited because
right.
I love trick-or-treaters.
Right.
And I got the bags to make the luminarias, that lead down the driveway on either side, fill them with sand, put a candle in them, or whatever the deal was. I was so excited. Didn't help. We got zero.
So, now we just buy a bunch of candy and with the excuse
and we eat it.
Of maybe we'll get trick-or-treaters. It's just so we can eat it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, instead, on Tuesday, when I come home, we are going to do the, as promised, Halloween tour de wall.
Correct.
And we have some pattern giveaways as well that we would like to offer to you all in thanks for just being great. So, look for that on Tuesday evening, if not early Wednesday morning, but we're hoping that it will be up by Tuesday night, and I think that will happen.
I think it will.
So, that's our plan for Tuesday.
It will be short.
And sweet.
It will only be the tour de wall and the giveaway.
Right.
And so it should not take an inordinate amount.
So, then also, Friday is our stitch-in at Keepsakes. Our monthly first Friday of the month stitch-in.
Right.
And we may have made it the tradition, I guess, of going over on Fridays at like 11:30 noonish and just stitching until they close at 5.
We just stay. We just stay.
So now we will go over at noon.
Order takeout and stay.
Exactly. And then Saturday, because we're absolutely insane, we're going to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning to shower and get ready. And then we are going over to our friend Sharon's house. And then us and a few of our stitchy friends are going to pile our big booties into a van. And we are going to drive a couple hours north to Findlay, Ohio.
We're going to ride. Sharon's driving.
Yeah, I'm riding. I was like, I don't do 8 a.m. well, so...
Yeah, it's a 2-hour ride up to Findlay, and we're going to go to the craft gallery to see Paula and Carlton. And I was there years and years ago. Right. Stephanie's never been. They don't know we're coming, so...
Now they do.
Now they do. We've also let Candy know, so hopefully we'll meet up with Candy Stitches, up near the Lima area, and I've let her know that I will give her an update on the time, and I need to do that today.
Yep.
So she can plan next weekend.
Right.
And
so that'll be fun. We're excited about
that. Yeah, we got a lot going on.
We do.
Got a lot going on.
We do got a lot happening.
Along
with like life and stuff. So
yeah,
that's what our stitchy calendar for this week looks like. Very exciting. We're gonna really try to like practice some self-control.
Right.
On Saturday.
I've been able to research all of my Halloween pieces that are on the wall and around the living room here, except for one. And it's just, I'm tearing my hair out trying to figure out what the name of this was and what the designer name was. I remember stitching it. I have a pretty good idea of where I bought it, but I cannot come up with a name. So there's going to be a quiz.
No, there's
not.
No quiz.
Just some of my stuff was stitched many years ago. But thankfully, because I posted a couple of pictures on Mania this morning, we did solve one mystery.
Go check them out and help her out.
Yeah, check Mania. The banner, I was able to identify. The little square one, I still, unless I have gotten an answer on Mania while we've been recording, I still don't remember the name of the designer. Right. Which, I mean, is okay because, you know, if I can't find it, neither would you be able to if you wanted to stitch it. But it's just a cute little thing that I just set on the shelf. All right, so that's going to do it. I think this is going to be...
about an hour or so.
About an hour.
It's 3:45.
And so...
what does that mean?
We'll see you Tuesday night for a Halloween tour de wall.
Happy Halloween. Y'all be safe out there, okay?
Happy Halloween. Enjoy any parties or trick-or-treating. And don't slip in the leaves. And We'll see you Tuesday night.
Yay.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching.
Bye.
Bye.